All right, all right, all right. So I am so excited. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jikara, and welcome to the Blooming Lotus Healing Channel. Today, we're going to have a really amazing, juicy life where we will be meeting a wonderful practitioner. For those of you who don't know, I joined this platform that is going to be launching on November 25th, and it's called Evolve Me, and it's basically a community of practitioners, of healers and psychics that are basically and teachers, just all kinds of different healing modalities that are coming through, and people who are really here to be of service to humanity. And through this Evolve Me platform, I've met this beautiful soul, and her name is Dawn Marino, and she is an author. She is basically someone who works with tarot and very knowledgeable. She has an amazing book which I have right here. And I wanted to share with you. She sent me this book. I just got it this week, and it's so amazing. I absolutely loved it. And if you are someone who's looking to learn more about tarot and to learn how to gather that guidance for yourself, then definitely make sure you pick up this book. I love it so far. I've been reading through it, and it's just been really beautiful. So welcome, everyone. So let me know in the comments, where are you coming in from? Where are you tuning in from? And of course, if you're looking for a reading today, that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be having some. We're going to do some readings alongside with Dawn. She's going to share her gifts with us, but she's also today she's going to share with us the proper way to ground. So she's going to teach us how to ground properly. So I wanted to share a little bit about her, and with her own words. So gather with me here. I'm just trying to get my bio here. Okay, there we go. So Dawn Marina is a spiritual medium. She's a psychic, intuitive energy healer, intuitive tarot reader, and spiritual writer. Dawn also works with crystal healing and creates channeled healing art infused with Reiki for clients. She likes to focus on helping people find their power and confidence, offering the tools to help them move forward on their healing path. So, spirit sessions with Dawn involve guidance from spirit guides or loved ones in spirit with card messages and the relevant healing needed during the session. Dawn has published two books: the Journal for Beginners and the Complete Guide to Tarot, which the Complete Guide to Tarot is the one that I was showing you guys. She has written many different articles on crystal and crystal healing. Dawn provides remote readings and healing sessions, allowing clients from all over the globe to experience her healing sessions. Dawn enjoys connecting with people and helping to guide them along with their own healing journey. So I am so excited to have her come. I am honored to just basically call her a new friend. And I am also super excited because she is really powerful at grounding. I experienced firsthand her healing with grounding, and I myself do a lot of healing work, and I didn't even realize how much I needed that. So I cannot wait for you guys to meet her. So without further ado, let me go ahead and bring Dawn to the stream here. Welcome, Dawn.
Hi. Hello. Hi, everybody.
Thank you so much for being here, and I'm so grateful for your presence and just your time that you're going to share with us here.
Thank
I just
you.
kind of wanted to just kind of open up the space to invite you to share with us, what is the how important is grounding for you in your daily life?
It is so important. It's one of those things that I didn't realize was affecting me so much, not being grounded, until I started to really explore it and then actually practice it regularly. I think a lot of times we don't even realize that we're ungrounded and we feel kind of
Mm,
fuzzy, disconnected, frantic, not present. So grounding is really important for me. And when you're regularly ungrounded, it starts to affect you, because it's just it affects your nervous system and just the way your body functions, the way your mind is going. So it's really important to work towards that. So it's really it helps me to be more present and to just function. So
Yeah, wow. And you
yeah.
know what? And it's so true because yesterday, we had a session and you really did some really beautiful grounding for energy work for me. And the best way I can describe the shift for me was that I felt more in my body, and I felt this sense of wellness in my body, of just being just present with it, even more. And I know it sounds kind of weird for some of you to even hear this, but like I feel like we don't even realize how much we need it until that basically happens. So we have some people here. Seashells, thank you for being here. Clara, thank you for being here. And yeah, so for those of you who are watching, I just want to ask to let us know in the comments, if you're looking for for a reading today. Make sure that you let us know in the comments, and then at the end we'll let you know what basically what we'll do the readings for you. So make sure that you share this video too, and with anyone that you know, so that we can get some really beautiful readings for everyone. And but I just wanted to also kind of talk to you about the grounding part. How did you start recognizing that this was something that you needed more often? Like, how did this unfold for you in your path?
Yeah. So I would say about 4 years ago, when I was really opening up more with my work, my intuition, I noticed that I felt very just not myself, very spacey, very cloudy, just not fully present, not fully here. It was hard to focus. And after a lot of like researching and going within and just guidance, I realized that I was really not grounded, like significantly so. And it's easy to just be comfortable with feeling uncomfortable and just getting used to it. Um, so once I started to ground more, I saw a huge difference, but I was surprised at how much it was affecting me, not being grounded, not feeling present, not having that focus, and just really like embodying myself, like being grounded. So it really was crucial.
Yeah, I can imagine. So, do you feel like a lot of people need to practice this often? Like, do you think that this is something that people could potentially benefit if they practice this on a daily basis?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think a lot of people would be surprised, to see how much they actually would benefit from it or how much they really might have needed it. It's one of those things where you might not even realize how much you needed to be grounded. So people can absolutely benefit from that. And, even if they didn't incorporate it daily, but, weekly, just enough so that you start to notice a difference and feel more secure and present.
Yeah. So, do you think that people, even if they're not doing energy work, do you feel like they can also practice this on like as a way of helping themselves? Like, because I
Oh,
know like we are energy healers and we talk about this a lot, and we know that is important for us. But for somebody that's viewing this right now, and they may not be working with energy, or maybe they're not necessarily in that line of work. Do you think that they will also benefit from these grounding techniques they're going to share with us today?
absolutely, absolutely. That's actually a really great question. I find the majority of my clients, it comes up in their session that they need to be more grounded. So really, it affects anybody, everybody, no matter what you do or don't do. Because there's so much that sort of affects us, even just in our surroundings, that we don't even realize that might be throwing us off kilter. Or if you're just going through a really stressful period, or there's just so many different things that influence us that we don't realize are affecting how grounded we really are. So this comes up a lot with clients.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's powerful. So I
Yeah.
have someone here, Seashells is asking about what is grounding? Like is that equal to being humble? She wants to know. So what if for someone that doesn't know what grounding is, like what
Yeah.
how do we describe that to them?
Yes. So grounding is more about getting more into your body and feeling more present, more almost like calm and secure in your body, present, feeling that sort of stability that you need, connecting more to like the earth, nature, and just feeling very aware, just embodying that like less frantic, more present state, more like neutral. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's beautiful. So hopefully that answers for you, Seashells, the act of grounding. So being more present, right? And then Betsy's saying, and I'm featuring her here. She's saying, I'm just now learning about grounding, and I'm so happy you're talking about this. So yeah, so that makes a lot of sense. I feel like when we start the journey of getting to know ourselves, we do get outside of our bodies a lot because our mind is very very active, right? So when you think about it, our mind just really runs, and it's always running. Like, we really can't control our mind, right? It's just one of those where it's like the mind is gonna do the mind thing, like it's like saying, like, like the sky's always gonna be blue, right? Like it's just
Yeah.
the way it is. So like it exists, and it's just like learning how to get ourselves out of the headspace into the body and being more grounded into the essence of what we are, because we are both the mind and the body. So that's really beautiful. And then Betsy's asking, is it a form of meditation?
So no, I mean, you can absolutely meditate if you wanted to try and ground, but it's more about doing things that help bring you back and bring you calm. I mean, meditation is absolutely an option, but it's more about recognizing your surroundings, your awareness, your body, where you're at, and feeling, allowing yourself to feel safe, secure, rooted.
That's beautiful. So
Yeah.
yeah, for if you're first time connecting to if it's your first time, we're gonna go ahead. Sorry, I'm getting really distracted by a person. Clara Murphy, I will be blocking you because yeah, this is just terrible. Some terrible things. Sorry, I apologize for that, guys. We got some people saying things that are inappropriate here. So anyway, yeah, but one thing that I was gonna say here is that back to the conversation about the grounding. It's just really staying understanding that that you're both the body and the mind, right? And just kind of being aware of that, and that practice, that practice of awareness, right? When you're not really being present, I feel like that's
Yeah.
it's kind of like it's more like a mindfulness technique, I feel like, right? Like
Yeah.
being really aware of that. And so, but even with that said, I feel like even for me, like I just felt like it was so powerful that what you did yesterday. And
Thank
she's gonna share with us a meditation. So definitely do stick around for the meditation that she's gonna do soon, because I feel like that I know all of you are gonna feel so much better after the meditation, because it was so powerful. And yeah, Dawn is so gifted in her
you.
grounding techniques, and the way she
Thank
really
you.
brings you back into the body. It's so powerful. So tell us a
Thank
little bit
you.
about that because yesterday you were doing something with the chakras, with the Earth Star chakra. Can you teach
Yes.
people a little bit about this? About what is the Earth Star chakra? What does that even mean for
Yeah.
people?
Yes. When I learned about that chakra, it was like a game changer with the grounding because it's a chakra that is actually about maybe 6 to 12 inches below our feet. And it connects you to Gaia, to the earth, even more so than say your root chakra. And it's below us. and it's often like brown and black in color, very earthy kind of chakra, and it's what keeps us feeling really like, you know, the ground beneath you, connected to the earth, connected to Gaia. And it's overlooked a lot when we do clearing and healing, and I find that it's really good to help a person feel very centered. So it's been interesting learning more about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so beautiful. Yeah, and so do you feel like that's a place that we should try to connect to whenever we're trying to ground on our own as well?
Yes, that, and also the bottom of our feet. We have chakras on the soles of our feet that connect us also to the earth. And so you can also picture the bottom of your feet, you know, like opening and connecting you more to the ground, to the earth. So, yeah,
Oh,
it'll
wow.
help you to feel more, also like that feeling of calm, that well being, that feeling of everything's okay.
I love that. And it does make, and it does make you feel very, very calm after after you, well, I was gonna say after that session yesterday, I felt that. So, okay, so somebody, Betsy's asking here, is there a crystal or stone that vibrates with that chakra the most?
Yeah, there's several. A lot of the like the red crystals, like red jasper, and some of the black ones, like black tourmaline or obsidian. Red calcite comes to mind. I was actually guided to bring over some red calcite before the session, so those are good ones because they also kind of help to dissolve any blockages that might be interfering with you feeling fully grounded. So any of those kind of crystals. And also there's a crystal called seraphinite, and that is, it has very like earthy energy that connects you to the earth. So, and that one's green.
And I just have to say, Betsy's really happy because she says she has all of those crystals.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
That's awesome. Yay. That's awesome, Betsy. So now you know you can use those to ground yourself. That's powerful.
Yeah,
Yay.
yeah.
Yeah. So and you know and so for somebody, let's say that doesn't have the crystals, for example, maybe they don't have the crystals. Can they still feel that? Can they still do the grounding without the crystals? Do you
Oh,
feel like that would still be
absolutely.
possible?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know, the crystals are more of a tool to just help you or to enhance the experience, but you can do this without anything. Do you know what I mean? Just with yourself, you can do that.
And then
Yeah.
Seashell's saying that every time she looks at the sky and she looks at a bird, she also feels like she is very grounding for her too. So that's interesting. See, so
Yeah.
everyone has a different way of grounding, right? So that's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I love that. So and also I wonder for you, Seashells, if for you is maybe just knowing that you're part of Earth, right? Like when you're looking at the bird, maybe it's just like, oh, I'm part of this like beautiful connection to this planet, and this is part of me as well, and that kind of brings you back to that, to that place of belonging, right? I feel like that's the beauty. So I wonder if that's
Yeah.
what's happening for you, Seashells. Let me know in the comments. Let us know in the comments how that may, what is it that ignites that for you. And yeah, so okay, so do you think that you can teach us a little bit of a grounding technique here so we can ground
Yeah.
together?
Yeah, I have several tips if you'd like me to share them first,
Yeah,
or would you like? Okay,
sure.
I mean,
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
there are things that you can just do in your daily life, and one of the things that I find very powerful is taking a bath with Epsom salt. And if you're not a
Mm.
bath person, just like a foot bath with Epsom salt for even like just 20 minutes, and allow yourself to really just feel that sensation of everything just kind of melting away.
Yeah.
And you know, if you do have some of those crystals, you can have them around the tub or around the foot bath. Grounding oils, like frankincense, vetiver, you can add to the bath. I mean, that's a way that you can make it feel almost more like a ritual for you, like okay, well now I'm grounding. I'm going to take my bath and ground. I did one this morning, but they're very, that's a way that you can ground yourself if you're, really want to spend some time. If you want something quicker, like in that moment, and you're just feeling like you really need to ground, you can even just moving your body and kind of like just dancing around and burning off like that excess energy, and really feeling your body, clapping your hands, feeling your body, just kind of like shaking it out can help you get back to the present, back to your body. um, going outside, taking some deep breaths, touch a tree, hug a tree, go barefoot if you can. Just allow yourself to be outside, even for just a little while, and make sure that you're like breathing and just feeling the sensation of being outside, feeling the ground beneath you. Um, I knew a healer once who gave me this tip. If you're really feeling unsettled, you can take a piece of Himalayan salt and just put it under your tongue and like let it melt, and you just start to feel more present. I mean, it's definitely very salty, but it works.
Yeah.
It
That
definitely
sounds
works.
that sounds intense. Oh my gosh, just
It
putting my
is
Himalayan salt.
intense.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking very small, right? It has to be a small
Oh yeah,
piece.
just like a small little piece.
Yeah,
You
okay.
put it under your tongue. But if you find yourself where you're just kind of racing and you just need to feel more present, like that's a very quick kind of fix to help you. And burning herbs, if you have
Mm.
incense or anything like that, could help you to feel more clear, more grounded, more present. And one of the favorite things is just like laughing, doing something that you enjoy, like watching a funny movie, or joking around with someone and laughing. It kind of really brings you back to yourself, and you sort of lose that disconnect because you're not focused on it. You're focused more in joy in the moment. um,
Mm.
you can meditate with the intention of grounding, or do some
Oh.
journaling. All of those things can help you. But what I find is, if you're really having a hard time grounding, you can just sit there and just start paying attention to everything that's around you, and say what you see and say what you feel. Like, I see a red painting. I see, that whatever's on your wall, that clock on the wall. I'm feeling cold. I feel, just what are you hearing? And just say it to yourself until you start to feel like you're back in the room, back in your body. I find that helps me, almost more than anything at times. If I need to just really sort of stop and come back, I just start looking around. What am I seeing? What am I hearing? What am I feeling? And then you kind of lose that edge that you're feeling. And I will say, one more thing about that. If you're trying all of these techniques to ground and it's not really working, sometimes I've come to find that there's a matter of needing to clear yourself, whether it's your energy, um, or emotionally. You might be holding on to something from a long time ago that you didn't even realize, or that you thought you were over, and it might actually be sort of affecting where you're at. So you might want to revisit and just think if anything comes up that you can release, or even in your home, there might be some energy, or even like man-made EMF. You know what I mean? Like, you might have some interference, or physically, maybe you need to do like a very gentle detox, like some detox tea, or something safe and gentle. But you might be having some issues of needing to clear yourself or your surroundings that is interfering with your grounding. So if you're trying all these grounding tips and nothing's really working, that could be why. Because sometimes they seem to go hand in hand, I've noticed.
That makes a lot of sense what you're saying because, for example, like my partner, he deals with anxiety, with social
Mm-hmm.
anxiety and things of that nature, And for the longest time, he would, he was going to therapy, he was doing a lot of grounding practices, and he still felt, the energies, and it was very overwhelming for him. And then I did a clearing for him. And then once I did that clearing for him and I cleared some programs, then he's been able to. Doesn't mean that the because like I said, the mind is gonna mind, right? But it's almost like you're able to get yourself back into your body, go back into yourself, and not feel so overwhelmed by the mind and the thoughts. And so that makes so much sense. Like what you're saying about if you're feeling that it's kind of chronic, then definitely do seek out for support. And that's what we're here for, right? Like
Yeah.
Dawn is really great at helping that. And I mean, I'm gonna tell you guys, I clear myself every day, and I do a lot of work in the ethers, and I tend to, I do ground and I do go outside, and I could do better sometimes, but because I'll get distracted with work, and then I'll forget to go outside. But I have to say, like, that was even something that I needed. Like, even for me, that I am actively doing it, like, it was definitely very grounding and very great. And I can tell you, yesterday after that, I noticed I went to bed and my mind was racing, and all I did was I remembered that exactly what you were saying. I went outside. I went into the grass. I put my feet on the ground, and I just moved my body, and I was just like literally like what I was doing. And I don't know if you've done this, but for me, what I was doing, I was just taking whatever I was feeling in my chest, like I was imagining that it was getting out, and I was just kind of like just going like this, just kind of going like this, and visualizing myself just clearing the energy, just kind of going like this and sending it down to the ground, and thanking Mother Earth, of course, for her to receive that and transmute that. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you, once I did that, I went back to bed. I was fine. I went to bed and I fell asleep, no problem.
Yeah.
And it was just that little. It wasn't even 5 minutes. I want to say like 3 minutes that I
Yeah.
sat out, that I stood outside and I did that. So it
Yeah.
is powerful, guys. It does work. Like what she's saying actually does work. So, and
Yeah.
you'll see the shift immediately. It's not just like, oh, I'm doing it and it's not happening. Like you'll see it immediately
Yeah.
happen. So
Yeah.
it's really powerful.
Yeah, absolutely. And anybody can do it. That intention is so important, like I'm intending to shake this off, and anybody can do it, which is empowering because you know that you can ground yourself.
So look at this. So Seashells is saying, I love it. And then anyone else that's watching here, if you have any questions for Dawn about grounding, or if you want a reading, you can let us know in the comments. But I love how Seashells and Betsy are, they're very active here. She's saying that she goes to the seaside to look at the sunrise often, and she does walk around in the forest or walks around oak trees, and when she gets a chance to go to those places. And I'm sure you feel so much better after that, right? So that's beautiful. That's a really great way to ground too, just kind of taking that walk and being present in nature. That's powerful.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Betsy's saying something I just wanted to share here. She's saying, I have found myself going outside when I'm overwhelmed. And one day I wrap my arms around our old tree in the backyard, and it really helps. My family wonders what I'm doing. LOL, but it helps. It's all good. Listen,
Yeah.
Betsy, I just want to tell you, I'm the crazy lady because I live in a neighborhood, and I'm right there on the corner. There's a on the front yard. We don't have like fences or anything, so people can see me when I'm sitting underneath my tree, and I'm right there on the corner, and I'm like, I'm gonna be the crazy lady. I don't care.
Right.
I'm meditating. I need this. So it's all good,
Exactly.
girl. It's all good.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Oh, like Pooja's asking something here. She has I have a question that how can I connect to my inner self intuition through meditation? So how can she do that? Well,
Yeah.
I'm assuming part of it is going to be grounding first, right?
Yes. Yeah,
The
absolutely. I mean, you definitely want to start by grounding yourself, like even during the meditation. You can imagine yourself just connecting, like roots growing from the bottom of your feet into the earth, and just setting the intention, saying, that you want to feel grounded. And once you do, you can also say, out loud to your guides that you want to connect to your higher self, or to your higher self, I want to connect to my higher self. And you can start to imagine like light coming from the top of your head, and connecting with the light above, because we have the soul star chakra is above our head, and that's like where your higher self is. So you can imagine light coming up to it, and then coming back down into you, and start to feel the sensation of it, and just sort of be still and see if you notice anything, hear anything, feel anything. A lot of times, we don't receive the information in the way that we expect. So start to recognize the way that your higher self talks to you, the way that your intuition speaks to you. It might be through colors, sound, seeing something, feeling something, just an immediate knowing, and start to recognize and pay attention to that and differentiate between that. And just sit there with it and ask your higher self to come closer to you, so you can feel that part of you and connect to your intuition.
That's powerful. Thank you. So hope that helps you, Pooja. And we got
Yeah.
some people they want to do some grounding together. They're ready. They're like, can we do this? We were just talking about it. Let's do it together. Yes, we're definitely gonna do a grounding together. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah. So is there anything else that before we start with the grounding together? Is there anything else? Any other tips or any other thing that you would suggest for people to consider whenever they're doing their grounding? Like anything else that you can think of that before we go segue into it?
Yeah, the one thing that comes to mind is it can be something that you turn into a regular practice for yourself, almost like time that you cherish for yourself, like your sort of special time. And you can make it like a little bit of a ritual, like maybe with your morning coffee or your morning tea. You can do this for yourself so that you start to recognize, this is when I'm grounding. I'm grounding now, maybe before your day or at the end of the day or whenever you feel you need it. You can certainly make it a part of your regular practice of self-care, and you might see some nice benefits from that. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and then get started with the grounding that Dawn is gonna. She's so just generous to walk us through today. So I'll just let you take over and walk us through this.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those of you who are willing to receive, I will be doing some grounding healing during it also. So if you don't want it, just, set the intention that you don't want it. But anyone else who wants it, I will be doing a little bit of like healing with the grounding, so that you can really feel the benefit of it. But okay, so everyone can close their eyes and get comfortable. If you're sitting, you can put your feet flat on the ground. Otherwise, you can lay back, however you feel comfortable. Start by taking some deep breaths in, out, in, out, in, out. And as you sit here, notice roots growing from the bottom of your feet. Feel them going down through the floorboard, down, down, down into the earth, down, down, down. And as you reach the center of the earth, these roots wrap around a piece of the earth, holding you tightly. Feel the energy from the earth going up these roots, up, 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 grounding you, calming you, holding you safe, feeling secure. It goes up into the bottom of your feet, up through your calves, up to your thighs, up to your stomach, up to your chest, your upper back, up into your throat, the back of your neck, into your face, the back of your head, all the way to the top of your head. And feel the energy go back down to your feet, back up to your crown, going up and down your body, up and down, filling you with the earth's grounding energy. And now you notice at your feet a green light from the earth, a green grounding light. And this light feels very safe, very gentle, very nurturing. You feel very calm as this light goes up your legs, up into your thighs, up into your stomach. Feel this light moving inside your body, inside your organs, your bones, up higher, higher into your chest, your upper back, your arms, your hands, up into your throat, up into your neck, the back of your head, your face, the top of your head. And feel this green light expanding more and more and more into your aura, all around you, surrounding you with Earth's healing, grounding light. And as you sit in this energy, I'm going to start sending healing and clearing to your Earth Star chakra. And I'm going to go all the way up to your higher self and pull you closer to yourself. Notice the grounding energy all around you. Release any tension, any worries into this light. And now at your Earth Star chakra, we're removing any dense energy that doesn't belong. Pulling the chakra closer together and sending healing to strengthen your connection. Remember to breathe in and out, nice and slow, nice and gentle. And now up to the bottom of your feet, opening the chakras on the bottom of your feet, pulling them down to the earth, closer and closer. And now up to your root chakra, which helps keep you grounded, located at the base of your spine, clearing any dense energy, any stuck energy that doesn't belong. Pulling you down closer to the earth, closer and closer, feeling safe, feeling safe, feeling safe. Knowing you are here, you are present, you are here. up to your sacral chakra, just above your belly button, clearing any energy that doesn't belong. Expanding out. And up just a little higher to your solar plexus, where you feel your confidence and your courage, clearing the energy. And up to your heart chakra at the center of your chest, gently moving any old energy, reminding you that you are safe, you are secure, you are grounded into the earth. Up to your throat chakra, clearing the energy. Knowing that you are safe to use your voice. You are safe to speak your truth. And up to your third eye, gently clearing the energy. And up to the crown at the top of your head. Balancing the energy there. And going higher to your soul star chakra and connecting you to your higher self. Pulling your higher self closer. Pulling your higher self closer so you feel safe, grounded, and in your body. Pulling your higher self closer. Sweeping your aura now for any old energy that doesn't belong. Sending it to the light. And wrapping you in gold light and grounding energy. Notice the green light that surrounds you coming back slowly, slowly into your body. Feel the green light leaving from the top of your head all the way down, down to your neck, your throat, your chest, your arms, going down, down to your stomach, down your thighs, down your calves, down your feet, back into the earth, leaving you feeling grounded and connected to the earth. And when you're ready, you can slowly start to come back. You can move your hands, your legs, and you can slowly open your eyes as soon as you feel ready.
Wow, that was amazing.
Thank you.
And I hope that everyone that participated in this felt the beautiful, powerful healing. And that if you receive the healing, you can just say, I receive, and that healing is automatically downloaded to you, dear soul. All you
Yes.
have to do is say you receive.
Yes.
So, Dawn, I just I cannot express how grateful I am you're here today, and
Oh.
and yeah, Betsy's saying that. Well, we have a lot. Look, we have some. Phew! Look at that. Phew! And then we have people saying that felt like a warm hug. Yes, it
Aw.
did. That's so beautiful. And then Seafoam Green is saying that she had a car crash 2 days ago and her body
Mm,
feels uncentered and uneasy, and that
mm,
makes a lot of sense because that's such a traumatic experience that you've.
yeah,
I hope that you're well, that you're able to to move your body well. And
yeah.
then Seashell says that she receives it and she loves it.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
so yeah, this is so beautiful, and I'm
Mm.
so grateful. I cannot express my gratitude enough. I don't think words are enough
Oh,
to express that you're sharing this with the audience here, and that that they're receiving this. And I hope that all of you
yeah.
send your gratitude. So to Dawn for her beautiful gift.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
and Sandra says, I felt something gently touch side of my face. I also a bit emotional. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
powerful. And
yeah.
you know what? And everyone's going to have the experience that is going to be specific for you, because sometimes these healings can support you with releasing certain things that maybe you haven't had the chance to release at the moment. So
Hmm.
then taking this moment to really ground yourself and receive the healing allows you to really go through that process of release. So if
Yeah.
this is something that's showing up for you, that's very normal actually.
Yeah.
Very, very normal.
Very, very, very normal. Yeah.
Especially if you're living on that on a very busy schedule, and you're always on the go and you don't get the chance to really sit and be in that presence. And kind of like what you were saying, Dawn, earlier, you were saying about inviting all of the people that are watching this video, even if you're watching this on the replay,
Yeah.
to use this as a way to carve some time for yourself, right? And
Mhm.
make it kind of a sacred moment for yourself, right?
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Yeah. And I saw someone had commented asking about salt. Salt absolutely is very, very clearing with the chakras. So yes to that.
yes, okay. So thank
Yeah.
you for that. Thank you. Yeah, I see that somebody commented it. Sorry, seashells, I
Yeah.
totally ignored your. Yeah, so yeah, Seafoam. She says Cynthia, aka Seafoam Green. I like that Seafoam Green. That sounds so luscious and
Right?
delicious, right? We have a lot of green energy here present today.
Yeah.
For those of you who want a reading, this is where we're gonna open up, and we're just gonna have fun, guys. Um, just just place the your name, especially if you have a name that is not, like your handle is not your name. You don't have to put your full name, just your first name, and then the question that you have, and then and then Dawn will share her readings for you. She said that she had some specific decks, right, today, that you
Yes,
had. Yeah.
yeah, I was guided to bring over a couple of specific ones, and I find that usually when that happens, they're very like relevant for people for whatever reason. So
That's perfect.
yeah,
Because that's how it works, right? Like it's whatever imagery that or inform or energy that is specific
yeah,
for that deck for that person. So that makes a
yeah,
lot of sense. So
yeah.
yeah, so well, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the readings, guys. So if you're looking for a reading, again, put your first name and the question, or even if you're asking for a general reading, just ask, like
Mhm.
a general reading, whatever it is that you're looking for, so that way we can get in touch with that. And then, hi Gracie, we have some people here coming back. She's also part of the Tina clan. So
Ah.
for you've been on the Tina's podcast.
Yeah, it was
She's
so
also been
fun.
there. Yeah, so she's also coming here to share her love. So thank you, Gracie, for being
Yeah.
here.
Hi.
Yeah, I have here Seashells is saying, when will I start getting positive change in my life? Her name is Marie. I'm gonna post it here so
Okay.
you can see
Oh, great.
the question.
Okay. shuffle some cards. Okay. Okay, so for Marie, the impression that I'm getting, and I'll show you the cards after, it's just it comes very fast, so I don't want to lose the flow. What I'm getting is that you are on the brink of some new and positive change. It feels as though this change is very something that you're passionate about, something that's very like inspiring, but it's like a whole new journey, whole new path for you. And you're being asked to decide within this new journey what it is you really want, because it feels as though you can go one way or the other. And the impression that I'm getting is that you're almost torn between like the safe way, the tried and true, or the new, the uncertain. And the message that I'm getting is that the positive change will start to unfold once you begin to surrender and just take that leap. Once you start to just say, okay, I'm going to do this, and just jump in, that's when change is going to start. You're being asked to surrender a bit and not to really resist so much or do things the way that you feel you're supposed to. Your guides want you to just let it happen the way that it's meant to, because you're still going to get there, but they want you to kind of allow it to happen however it unfolds. And you're also being asked to know that you are worthy to receive, that you are worthy of this abundance, and get ready to start saying, yes, I want this. Yes, I deserve this, because that will also help to push the momentum forward for this. And also what I'm getting is that you're being encouraged to sort of enjoy the more like romantic things in life right now, the beauty of life, you know, and be very nurturing to yourself in that way, because that's also going to open up some of the energy to allow this to happen. And what I pulled is the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Fool, which is all about new beginning, but taking that leap, that almost like jumping blindly, but knowing, trusting that it's going to work out okay. And I pulled this card. It's called Come to Me, from one of the Starseed decks, and it's all about receiving the abundance that is coming, that worthy, and knowing that you deserve it, and just claiming it. So I hope that this resonates for you, but that's what I'm getting right now.
Thank you so much, Dawn, for that. And
Sure.
so, Marie, I hope that that helped you, and just continuing to stay focused on that beautiful, beautiful shift that's happening. That's getting ready. Sometimes with spirit, it's like we don't really see it happening right away, but it's things are happening on the background for us. So just
Yeah.
staying in that beautiful, positive mindset.
Yeah.
So I'm actually Pooja mentioned earlier she wanted a reading. So I want to
Sure.
honor the fact that she mentioned that she wanted the reading. So she did post her question a little after some of you guys, but I just wanted to kind of honor the fact that she did ask for a reading at the beginning. So I'll do that, and then the next person that will come through will be Sandra. Sandra, and then you will come after Pooja. And then Seashell says, yes, it does. Amazing. I love it. Thank you. Thank you
Oh,
so
you're
much,
welcome.
Mary. So stick around so we can share the love together. Don't leave us yet. Okay, so Pooja, she's asking what the spirit wants her to know for the month of November.
I like that. Let's see.
She wants some general guidance. She's preparing. You're preparing for the month. I love it.
I know.
You're, that's good.
Yeah.
I do have an archangel that is coming through for puja. So I just
Mm.
wanted to kind of share something in regards to what Archangel Haniel is saying here. Puja, just I'm gonna let Dawn because she's pulling something for you, but I'm gonna share here something. Archangel Haniel is basically sharing the invitation to work the energy of Scorpio season. Scorpio season is all about the subconscious and things that are hidden, okay, to use this energy to release old patterns that have been showing up in your life that you're not really happy about anymore, and you're just kind of ready to let go, to really utilize that energy during that time. And Archangel Haniel is basically supporting you with that. So if you want to connect with that archangel, if you feel called to, you can meditate with the imagery, or maybe even just call upon this archangel to help you with that process of letting go of these old patterns that you're kind of like in this place of like, okay, I'm done with this stuff, right? So yeah, that's all it's showing up here. So I'll open up this to for Dawn to add whatever else is coming through with her.
Yeah, no, that's amazing because that aligns with the cards that I pulled and the message that I'm getting. It feels as though November for you is the kind of month where it's almost like you're stuck in the very middle of your journey, your progress, and you might be feeling in November a little bit of um, like lack or isolation, almost like you're on the outside looking in for the things that you want, and it feels as though there might be some like competition or jealousy or chaos, and it might even be coming from within you, as though like maybe you're being hard on yourself, or second guessing yourself. But it feels as though November there's going to be these things arising for you, and the advice is along like with what Jikara was saying. You're asked to take action on this, and really like work through it and be more proactive with it, because once you do, the impression that I'm getting is that things are going to change and shift for you for the better in November, and quickly, once you start recognizing and taking that action that was mentioned by Jakara, then things are actually going to shift pretty quickly for you. And it feels as though the month of November is a time for you to almost like reinvent yourself and regenerate yourself. If you feel inclined to act on it, that it would be powerful change for you to work through and kind of release like those old patterns, and move forward. And I had the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands and the Eight of Wands, um, and butterfly regeneration. I was guided specifically to this deck for you, and this card is pretty powerful and pretty. But I hope that resonates with you. There's a lot of potential for you in November to work through some things that will find you coming out on the other side in a much better place.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And so, Pooja, I hope that helps with your question. And we have another person here who's asking about. So, Sandra, first of all, I just wanted to say I'm so sorry about your loss. She just lost her big sister, and she wanted
Oh,
to know if there's any way you can make contact with her. If not, then just a general reading. So if there's anything that you can pick up there, in relation to her sister. Do you need her first
yeah.
name,
Um,
Dawn?
no,
No? Okay.
no, but thank you. I mean, you're more than welcome to share it if you'd like, but I'm gonna just tap in and see if I do get anything. Sometimes if our loved ones don't come forward, it's not because like they're not okay or they don't. Sometimes they're just not ready, especially if it was recent, but let me just tap in. I do have a woman who, in life, she was very like quiet, reserved, graceful, elegant. She kept up with her appearance and her physical well-being that was very important to her. She was very soft-spoken, but she had a presence of her own. She was definitely the embodiment of that like soft beauty, that soft grace, a little bit conservative, not very flashy, not very loud, but very loving, warm, very kind. If you asked anybody about her, they would definitely say that she was kind and kind-hearted. Does this resonate as someone you recognize?
Sandra, let us know in the comments if this person resonates with someone that you know, that may not be in the, that you've known, that you knew, that you
Yeah,
knew before,
yeah, or
right?
if
That you
that
knew.
resonates as her, yeah, because that's who's coming. Okay.
She's saying yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay. So let me connect with her a little bit more and see if she has anything for you. Um, she's showing me yellow daffodils. She's holding them forward. And it feels as though there's something significant with her, you, and the springtime. Um, and she's saying that there's just not enough time for all of the things that she wants to say to you, like loving things, that she really just has like this deep love for you, and that she's saying that there's just not enough time for everything that she wants to say, that she wishes that she did have more time to tell you how much you meant to her. And she's also expressing a lot of gratitude towards you. She's giving me the impression that you offered her a lot of support in multiple ways, and she's wants you to know that she is grateful and appreciative for that. Um, she's saying that she tries to connect to you and leave you symbols of her through blue birds. So that's something that you might want to kind of look out for. She's saying that's one of the ways that she tries to connect with you, but that she is around you. And whenever you do want to connect with her, to just say her name and to reach out. And she's saying that she knows that this is hard on you. She's giving me the impression that in the family, the two of you were pretty solid, almost like separate from everyone else. And she wants you to know that you're strong and that you'll be okay. And she wants me to pull a card for you. So I hope that this is resonating with you.
Let us know in the comments, Sandra, how you're feeling. Is this resonating in your heart?
Yeah, and I'm just
And look at
pulling.
all the love that you're being shared. Everyone in the chat is
Yeah,
saying that they love you, they support you.
yeah.
And she's saying, love you, Lorraine. Aw.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, I
uh,
love this crowd. Everyone is just sharing the
I
love.
know
I
there's so
love
much
it.
support.
Yes.
And so the card I pulled from the deck that she was nudging me towards is Owl Intuition. I don't know how well you can see that with the glare, but and the impression that I'm getting is that for you in particular, if you just tap in a bit to your intuition, I know we were speaking earlier on ways to connect with your intuition and your higher self, just connecting, that you're going to start to notice her a lot more and be able to have more of that kind of contact with her is what I'm getting. So she just wants you to know that you have that ability in you to be able to connect to her when you need to. So just start sort of tapping in a bit more because she is there. So yeah.
No, that's powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, loved ones are always there for us, right? Like
Mhm.
what as a medium yourself, have you felt like that's something that's very common for people, like you see like their loved ones very present in their in the readings?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny too, because sometimes there are people that they didn't even expect that are around them a lot or helping them, guiding them. And so, yeah, they always have a lot of support from loved ones.
So Sandra say, "Oh, thank you," and so many hugs.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Oh, that's beautiful. So good. I love
Yeah,
this is the beautiful work of healing right here. It's just to be able to
yeah,
help people connect to their loved ones. And
yes.
so thank you so much, Dawn, for that.
Oh,
And
you're very welcome.
yeah, so send some love to Dawn over here in the comments. Send her some love.
Thank
Um,
you.
okay, so let's see. The next person, I'm looking over here to see who else is next, y'all. Sorry, it's just like I don't have like a little Q&A section for y'all, so I have to go through all the comments. And then I don't want to miss anyone. So I see here. Okay, so the next person I see here that asked for a question
Mhm.
is Gracie.
Okay.
And she's one of those who's she's the one that's coming from Tina's clan.
Ah,
So Gracie's asking, I am a mom of two beautiful children. I would love any advice on how to create any abundance to support my family. I'm a hairstylist and work from home, but I feel that it doesn't serve me now. So it looks like there's some shifting happening.
yeah, absolutely. This is great. I actually used to be a hairstylist, so that one caught my eye. But I'm going to shuffle some cards. But I was getting a vision of you um, doing some like art, like some drawing and a little bit of painting. And I don't know if that's something that resonates with you at all, but it feels as though there's something creative that you're being pushed towards. But let me pull some cards here.
And after Gracie, I'm gonna see who else is next, and I'll let you guys know. But if you have any questions, if you want a reading, this is the time to let us know in the comments, so we can get it going for ya. If you want a reading from Dawn, and for those of you who don't know, we're both part of the Evolve Me community. It's a platform that is going to be launching on November 25th. And on this platform, you're going to find me, you're going to find Dawn, and many other practitioners. We are basically the founding practitioners of this beautiful platform that is really just grounded in so much love and compassion for the world. And we're here to be of service to you. So definitely do, consider joining and following us there as well once the platform is there. And I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you guys posted once it's out there. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, so I believe that the next person after Grace is gonna be, I believe Amber. Yeah, Amber will be the next person. Okay, so Amber, stick around. Well, you're coming next. Okay.
Yeah. So, what I'm getting for you, Gracie, especially on ways to create your abundance to support your family, there does feel like there is this artistic side of you, this artistic element, this creative part of you, and you're being encouraged to explore that more. It feels as though what's happening is that there's this part of you that is almost resistant to it for some reason, and you're being asked to kind of explore that and see why it is that you're resistant, because your guides want you to kind of like strip away like the block, take off the blindfold and like make an action towards that, because it feels as though where you're currently at isn't bringing you the kind of contentment and satisfaction that it used to. And they want you to feel more empowered and more within yourself. Like they want you to feel more of that inner self-worth, that inner confidence, and they want you to have that for yourself. And so what they're encouraging is for you to actually go even more beyond what you imagined for yourself. They're giving me the impression that there is something that you have, some kind of interest, hobby with like creativity, art, that they're asking you to just push beyond what you thought was possible and to kind of get creative with that as well, because there's a lot of potential there for you to grow with it. And they're also saying that in order for this to transition, you need to go with the flow a little bit more, and like don't resist it. There's some sort of resistance there with it. So once you start to embrace it and accept it, and just kind of like roll with it, you're going to start seeing some changes and some shifting. Now, they're also saying that there's this need for you to kind of connect with your inner child again and have some more joy, some more happiness. Like that easy, simple playfulness is kind of missing right now for you. And they want you to bring that back to yourself. And once you start giving yourself that nurture, that love, that joy, it's going to sort of unfold organically. So explore what resistance there might be to this, and then start to take action as soon as you feel ready, and start going with the flow and giving yourself some joy, some fun, some playfulness, because that's going to sort of what I'm getting. It's going to like open the floodgates to the creativity and the opportunity. So I hope that resonates with you. I did pull the Two of Swords and the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and this card, River Flow. It's really pretty, nature. There is this creativity within you, and it's almost like it's bursting to get out, and that's more aligned with you and where you're at and where you're headed is what I'm getting. So I hope that resonates for you.
That's powerful. Wow, Gracie. So I hope you're taking these notes,
Yeah.
and yeah, allow that creativity come out. That's so
Yeah.
beautiful. And
Thank you.
thank you so much, Dawn.
You're
And
welcome. Yeah.
okay, so I said that Amber was next, but I apologize. Actually, the Betsy posted her question before Amber, so I apologize, y'all, for the mishap there. Again, once I figure out this part, these comment section, because I guess it's just so much happening on the comment section. It's like, okay, so but yeah, Betsy and then Amber, okay. So yeah, so how's everyone feeling about these readings so far? Let us know in the comments. And Betsy mentions that she is do I have any messages from guides or family that I need to hear at this time? She's open to, I guess. Um, and then Gracie says thank you. She said a happy face and a heart and a prayer.
Oh, you're
And
very
she
welcome.
says she's very grateful. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Thank
It
you.
did resonate with her. So thank you so much.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
so exciting.
Awesome. I
I'm
love
just so grateful that I have Dawn to just like, yes, like
that.
giving me life. I know it's gonna be juicy today.
I know, I've been so excited about this. Like, I can't even tell you how excited.
Y'all let me know if you want Dawn to come back because well, you'll
Yeah.
let me know in the comments. You want Dawn? Who's Team Dawn over here?
I'm just pulling cards for you, Betsy, but I actually feel as though you might have a guide kind of stepping forward. So as soon as I'm done shuffling, I just want to.
Betsy said yes to come for Dawn coming back. Okay, we'll make that happen, y'all. Don't
Thank
worry, we'll make it happen.
you.
Oh, Chris says yes, please. Okay, Chris, don't worry. You know the replay is gonna be here, so you can watch the. She did a beautiful meditation at the beginning. The first hour was all about. We were talking about grounding. We were talking about how to ground, all the different tips on grounding. And so if you missed that, don't worry. If you're here, if you want a reading by Dawn, you're more than welcome to ask your question here. During this time, and then but at the beginning, if any of you are coming in and you're kind of like, oh, I came late, just know that that this is going to be on permanently on the channel, so you can watch this the replay and then watch the first hour. So
Yeah. So Betsy, you I pulled some cards for you, but you do have a guide who's coming forward, and they're speaking. They want you to know that you are about to be going through a bit of a transitional period, like some shifting, some transitioning, and they keep emphasizing for some reason for you labradorite crystal. It's like really like they keep like mentioning it, so I'm just throwing that out there. But it feels as though there's this what's happening is you might be feeling a little bit disconnected from yourself, your soul, your higher self. It feels almost as though there might be a bit of a disconnect. And the reason for that is that it's almost as though you're feeling like you're being pulled in two different directions right now. And your guide wants you to start putting up boundaries for yourself and understanding that you're very intelligent. You have a lot of intelligence, a lot of like a very like logical aspect to your mind, and they don't want you to lose sight of that. And so they're giving me the impression that it's really important for you to put up some boundaries and be really clear with people on what you need, what you want, what you don't want, what you will or will not tolerate. Um, and to be direct is what I'm getting. And once you start doing that for yourself, you're going to feel more of that like empoweredness and that connection to yourself again. It feels as though this part of you is like floating in the air and not really with you, and it's because you need to have more boundaries and start like really voicing your needs and not taking, it's your way or the highway right now, and that's what you need to do to kind of get back to that part of you. And so I have the Two of Cups, and a lot of times this card references like love relationships, but there are times for me when I read for people that it's more about you and your connection to yourself, and this is what I'm feeling for you today. And then the Two of Swords and the Queen of Swords. And I have this oracle card called Air that was pulled for you. Oh, and as soon as I picked it up, what I'm also getting is that your guide wants you to start expressing yourself more and like using your voice, really communicating your needs and use your voice, like speak up, speak your truth, and don't be afraid to. That's what I'm getting.
yeah, and I'm also getting something for you, Betsy. Archangel Jophiel came forth, and to kind of piggyback on what Dawn was saying in regards to speaking your truth and practicing those boundaries. What Archangel Jophiel is telling me is that that's a practice of self-love. So to really do the things that are going to to show up for yourself, to show up for yourself and practice that self-love, and and boundaries are part of that practice. So so I'm just kind of piggybacking onto that because it felt very connected to that. Sometimes we tend to for people like us, we're very sensitive, and I feel like that's the energy that I feel from you. You're very sensitive and open person, and I feel like that sometimes we do that to a detriment, to where we give so much, then we forget about our own needs. So really allowing yourself to really step into that space of understanding your map of existence. And once you understand your map of existence and what the limits are, then that practice will allow you to really help people understand how to love you and how to show up for you, because then you're able to show them again where the limits are, and what you can handle and what you can't. The other thing that I got from Archangel Jophiel as well is that practice positive thinking. Like sometimes your mind can race and it can take you to a place that can be a little overwhelming. So really consciously shifting, right? And today was a perfect day for you to participate because we were talking about grounding. So kind of like what I mentioned earlier about going outside and just kind of shaking off. Like you can literally like do something to like shake off like from your mind, like just go like I let this go, and just kind of breathe and set that intention that will help you kind of shift the thought process. So like if you're thinking about something that is negative, and that's very common. Negative thoughts are very common. Like this is not just like, oh, this is a very common thing, right? Like it's a common denominator for a lot of us humans. So
Yeah.
when that negative thinking comes in, not letting it take over, recognizing it, and then shifting it over into the positive, like saying the opposite, right? So for example, if I instead of saying I am ugly or whatever, I'm saying I'm beautiful, right? Like you say, you stop it, you recognize it, and you're like, okay, I see it.
Yeah.
And then Archangel Jophiel will help you with that. So, and that was the message I was getting for you as well, and I feel like kind of piggybacks to what Dawn was talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. They connect for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like extra work with the archangels right there. It's like archangel power is in the house. Okay. So I hope that resonated for you, Betsy, and let us know in the comments. Yeah, everything you both said resonates on a deep level. Thank you so much. There we go. That's beautiful. Okay, so Amber said that she wants to change her question. That's okay.
Okay.
You can change your question, Amber, and it's right on time because I was about to pose your question. So you made it just easy for me. I didn't have to go scroll back up. So she says, "Can I change my question to what good things are happening for the rest of the year for me?" Oh, that's beautiful.
Sure, I like that.
I
Yeah.
love that question because it's
Yeah.
setting it up for a positive outcome and just really being open to receive the good things in life. So
Yeah.
I love that mindset change right there, Amber. That's beautiful.
Yeah. I like that.
And Betsy said, "Thank you. You're welcome, Betsy. Sending you
Yeah.
so much love your way."
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, and after Amber, I just wanted to let you guys know I haven't forgotten about Cynthia. I think Cynthia's coming after. I'm sorry, Love Marie and then Cynthia. Okay, Love Marie and then Cynthia. So if you're still here, Love Marie and Cynthia, stick around. We'll get you in a few.
I also saw someone in the comments wanted to know if they had a message from their mom.
Let me see. Maybe it's down here. That was Chris. Yeah. So then
Oh, okay.
Chris would be. Yeah, Chris is. She came in a little after.
Oh,
Yeah. So we'll.
okay.
So Chris, you come after Cynthia. Okay. So we got Amber right now, then Love Marie, then Cynthia, and then Chris.
Okay. So for Amber, it's interesting because it feels as though the rest of the year is going to have a lot of passion for you, a lot of inspiration, a lot of like action and like fast action, fast ideas, really jumping on them. And it feels as though there might be some things that you've been sort of working on and that you want to start implementing. And the rest of the year, you're going to find yourself like embodying that and really like pushing forward with it. There's a lot of like that fire energy for you for the rest of the year. And just like this, I keep getting like deep rooted passion and passion projects and just all of this like creativity. And the rest of the year, you're going to be like, I want to say like pushing it out, like birthing like new things, new ideas, and you're encouraged to like let loose and really like let it all come out. What I'm getting is that you might find a little bit of almost like a test of faith. Like you're going to have to stay persistent and just keep persevering like you do, because it might be a lot, like almost like a little bit overwhelming. But There's a lot of happiness coming. A lot of it too feels almost like family relationship, just like that contentment that you get when everything sort of comes together with the relationships in your life, the family. There's a lot of that like happiness, that contentment coming, like, you know, the big picture, like the happy ending. And it feels as though the rest of the year you're going to find yourself, everything that you've been working on and working towards, it's as though it's all going to start coming together for you. And it will feel, though, a little bit chaotic. And the grounding that we did today is actually going to come into play for you a lot, because it will feel as though everything that you're used to, like all the norms, the tried and true, they might not be there, because this is just so much action and fast paced. So it's going to feel like everything is sort of like crumbling and, you know, not sturdy, like chaotic, but it's all for a good outcome. So definitely ground for the rest of the year too. But I have the Page of Wands for you, and the Nine of Wands, which is where that perseverance is going to come into play. And then the Ten of Cups, which is one of the most exciting, happy cards to get in a reading. And this Plant Yourself Here card from one of the Starseed decks. And it's just all about integrating everything that you know, everything you've been working towards, and really embodying it, and it all coming together. So I hope that resonates for you.
That's so powerful. And I'm also getting a message for you, Amber, from Archangel Ariel. I hope that you know that Archangel Ariel is actually working very closely with you in your manifestation. It looks like Archangel Ariel is telling me that you've been working on manifesting new beginnings, new things into your life, and it's basically the process. Like, what Archangel Ariel wants to remind you is that there's the process of it, right? Like, to stay grounded, right, in the process of what that manifestation is going to look like for you, right? So it's all about, you know, setting those intentions, and then, you know, and then slowly, you know, working towards those intentions and setting those actions forward. But I do show here that manifestation is a big part of the rest of the year for you, and not only the acting upon manifesting something, but also seeing those fruits of your labor. So that's the one thing that I'm seeing here for you that is coming up, and I hope this resonated for you. And yeah, so let's see here, who was next. Love Marie was next. She says, I would love a reading. Do you see me moving out of state this year? I've been feeling stagnant where I'm currently. Thank you.
Let's see.
Amber says, yes, I am definitely manifesting, and I will stay grounded. Yes. And if you need a reminder, you could always come back and listen to or watch this video again at the beginning, so you can get the reminder on the grounding, or maybe even participate again on that beautiful grounding session that we received from Dawn.
Thank you. Yeah. And it's funny, I'm being guided to share with you and everyone watching this. You know, whenever I do any of this work here, I always do it barefoot. And I have like all these crystals, grounding crystals at my feet, grounding mat. And so, you know, there's so many different ways that you can implement it so that you're staying grounded. So little fun fact about
We're practicing what you preach.
Exactly.
Amber says, I feel my manifestations are going to come true soon. Thank you so much for the readings. Absolutely, Amber. And stick around and share the love with the community. Yeah. So this is so much fun, guys. I hope that you're enjoying these. I know that I'm going to try to bring more people on Thursday. So I feel like it's so much more fun when more than one reader is together, and we can pick up, you know, from different places, and it's just sharing the love with each other. She needs to get some crystals. Yeah, so you can get some of those grounding crystals that she recommended. so that you can get that. I actually have to go shopping. I was gonna go shopping for crystals yesterday,
All right.
but I think I'm gonna do that today. So
So for Love Marie, um, first and foremost, you're being guided not to worry about it, because it will work out. This moving, you're being guided not to let it like consume you and like give you like anxiety or worry that it's not going to happen, because it is going to happen, but not yet. What the advice that you're being given is that you need to shift your perspective a little bit on whatever the situation is where you are feeling stagnant. Um, there needs to be a little bit of a shift in your perspective or the way that you're viewing your situation, because it's almost like it's kind of keeping you stuck the way that you're viewing it, because it's like there's this out and you're not seeing it yet because you're not looking at the whole picture. However, once you do, everything is going to happen fast. Like right now, it's not happening yet, but then everything is going to shift and it's going to happen very quickly, and you're going to find yourself having um, a more stable living situation, more solid, more foundation, a more empowered living situation where you feel like you're in control, like fully in control. Because it feels as though right now you're just kind of like floating around and not really tethered to this place, but the next place that you live in is going to be completely different, like very grounded into this place, more solid for you. So your guides are just asking you to shift your perspective a little bit right now and see things from another view. And they're saying that you keep thinking that you have to move right this second, but they're saying that you actually have more time than you think. Like it's okay that it's not happening yet, but it is going to happen. And when it does, be ready, because the opportunity will present itself very suddenly, very quickly. So I have for you the Nine of Swords, the Hangman, and the Eight of Wands, which is telling me that when this happens, it's going to be quick. So definitely, and positive, like for a good change. So I hope that helps and resonates for you.
and Love Marie, I have the Archangel Zadkiel coming forward for you, and just kind of like a reminder to just work towards releasing any past experiences that don't feel as joyful, right? And so, Archangel Zadkiel is supporting you with any past wounding. And the reason why this is coming forward, I'm getting the message that that is basically related to, being able to move forward in your path, being able to do in order for you to move forward in your path, just in general. We also got to work on anything energetically on the background that could be holding us back at the subconscious level, right? So it's important to remember that. So hang on, because I'm getting all these really weird people adding weird messages. What is this? Okay, sorry. I want to block this user. I'm trying to block it and it's not letting me. I apologize. This is a this is a crazy day, y'all. But anyway, so I just wanted to mention, and let me just reconnect here because that was just, Lord have mercy.
Everybody wants a reading today.
Yeah, everyone wants a reading today. But yeah, so definitely working on the past wounds. Again, working on things that are from the past will really set you forward. So taking this moment to acknowledge those things from the past that are still kind of holding like a space in your heart space, like that are still kind of keeping you there, kind of stuck emotionally. It's important that you also work through that. Okay. So, and if you ever need additional support, we are here. Dawn or I can help you with any emotional, release or energetic release on that manner. Okay. So, and that I am complete. So I'm disconnecting from your higher self now because I was connecting to your higher self, and I am complete. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the next person here. Let me see. So the next person was, I believe it was Cynthia. I'm just gonna pull up your message here. Okay. So Cynthia wants to know, do you see real love coming and more financial security? Amber says, yeah, weird messages. I said, yeah, I'm trying to stop these people from actually doing stuff, but it doesn't let me block these users. It doesn't let me block them for whatever reason. So I apologize, guys, for that. That was a little intense. Hey, well, listen, it is what it is, you know. But yeah, let me just go back to Cynthia's. There we go. Love Marie said thank you, and she said some beautiful sunflowers.
Ah.
Thank you, Chris, for blocking the user. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys can block the person, please support that. I don't know. I was trying to do it on my end, but it wasn't letting me. So thank you.
So, for Cynthia, your question about first real love. So, yes, what I'm seeing is that the relationship that will be coming your way is one that is going to be very fulfilling for you. It's almost like where you get everything that you wanted. Do you know what I mean? And it's also going to provide you with a feeling of stability and security, and almost like a foundation where you and this person will have this sort of solid unity that you work off of to like follow your dreams together, because they're going to offer you this feeling of security and just feeling really empowered like within the relationship. But what I am getting is that in order for this to really open up for you, to make sure that you're loving yourself fully first, is what I'm getting. To make sure that you are showing yourself that self-love completely, but that this is going to be a very fulfilling relationship for you. And in terms of the financial security, the impression that I'm getting is that it's almost as though you're being encouraged to go back to school or to study something a little bit more. It feels as though there's some sort of like learning institution or some kind of place where you are being encouraged to go, because it feels as though things are a little bit stagnant right now for you. And so you're being asked to sort of embark on a little bit more learning or education to enhance that ability. And so what I'm getting is that in the meantime, to just be mindful with your finances so that you can allow yourself to explore a little bit more like learning to that you can then expand beyond whatever it is that you're doing now. And then that's when the financial security will come into play. But there is some element of like learning or a little bit more education that your guides are suggesting will help you to open this door. And what I'm also getting is that they want you to work on manifesting it and like manifesting it to happen and believing that of course this is going to happen and just knowing it. So they want you to do a little bit of manifesting with that. And what they're showing you like doing a little like board, like, you know, I don't remember what you call them, but where you make like a vision board and kind of put that together for yourself for this. So I hope that resonates for you.
And to piggyback on what Dawn is saying, because Archangel Ariel came forward, and it's interesting that you mentioned the vision board, because that segues into what Archangel Ariel was sharing with me today for you, Cynthia, is the vision, the inner vision, having the ability to visualize yourself right in that space of where you want to be. And vision boards will definitely help you with that. And I got a message that third eye chakra healing was needed for you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to send some healing out to you. And I just want to invite you to just close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths, okay? And give permission to your higher self to release, to receive this. And what I want to invite you to do is to visualize this beautiful green, emerald green light just being infused into your third eye, which is going to be in the area right in between your eyebrows. And just allow yourself to receive. And we're going to rebalance your third eye so that you can practice that vision. So you can practice that vision so that you can move towards that manifestation energetically and also internally. Okay? And what I want to invite you to do is to just continue to visualize this beautiful green light expanding, and slowly making its way towards your entire body, just activating at the light level to your entire being, the ability to be able to see the future as you want it to be. The ability to see it and believe within yourself that you have the ability to co-create with this beautiful universe that you're part of, that you are also that beautiful co-creator, and that all starts with the mind. Okay? It all starts with that inner vision. And just take a couple of deep breaths, and we're going to ground that energy down into the bottom of our feet. Okay? So ground that energy. Visualize this light going down towards the bottom of your feet, grounding that healing and that support that Archangel Ariel and Archangel Raphael were kind to share with you today, so that you are able to move forward in your path, okay? And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. And I am complete. I will disconnect now from your higher self. So thank you for allowing this to be shared with you. And yeah, so... Okay, so supporting here with some healing, some readings. We got some crazy people coming through as well, but it's all good, y'all. This is all good. And okay, so Amber was actually asking about if you could share again, real quick, the crystals, the grounding crystals. If you could share those again, if you don't mind.
Sure.
The ones that she should get. And then the next person's coming is Chris, okay. And we'll leave it for one more person, and we'll start closing down. We don't want to squeeze the energy out of Dawn. But I'll bring her back, y'all. I promise y'all we'll bring her back. But yeah, so what other crystals for those who want to get crystals for grounding?
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many that you can use for grounding, but what is coming to me right now, especially for everyone who is a part of this, there's black tourmaline, black obsidian, red jasper, red calcite, and also ones that can kind of connect you to the earth, like moss agate has grounding, nurturing properties. And that one's more like a greenish color. And for some reason, especially for you, Amber, I'm getting that pyrite will help you ground a lot right now. And that's a really pretty sparkly gold crystal. But a lot of the black crystals, a lot of the red crystals are really good for grounding. And another one, ruby and garnet are actually really good because they ground you with your heart and your root, and they kind of have you feeling safe in your heart, like knowing that you're safe and grounding you to the earth. So there's different ones. So ones that you're feeling drawn to, I definitely would recommend. But those are some examples. But the red crystals, the black crystals, and then some of the green crystals, seraphinite I mentioned before, it's SERAPHINITE. That one is very, very grounding and has really good, like, earthy nature vibes that kind of connects you to the earth. So those are some good examples to start with. But I'm sure
Awesome.
you'll find that there's so many more that you want after you start getting them.
Yeah, you better be careful. Once you
I
start
know.
collecting those crystals, you won't stop.
I know.
I need this one for this and this one for that. I know I got started down that rabbit hole and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yes. And I feel compelled to mention for everyone watching this, when we spoke earlier about, needing to clear yourself sometimes if you're not really feeling fully grounded, shungite is a black crystal from Russia. You can find it's shungite. That, it kind of helps ground, but what it really is good at is taking that excess energy and grounding it down into the earth away from you. So if you're feeling kind of staticky or fuzzy, shungite will like help with that, and that will help you then be able to ground better.
That sounds.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do another class, just another like the next live. I think we'll talk about crystals.
Yay.
I think that would be so much fun. What do
Yeah.
y'all think? Do you want Dawn to come back and talk about crystals and to help us with using crystals for healing? Let us know in the comments. So okay, so we're gonna get Chris. She did ask for any messages from her mom.
Mhm.
And after Chris, if there's, I'll open up for one more person, and then after that, when we will leave it because. But again, y'all, you just subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. I'm here every Thursday at noon, and I'm kind of inspired to really continue bringing practitioners over here because this is more fun this way.
This is really fun. Chris, I have a woman coming forward, and please let me know if this resonates as your mom. Um, this woman was older, and she she was definitely a character, almost as though perhaps she lived like in the city, like in a more city area, and had a little bit of that edge to her. And it feels as though there was a very tight connection between you and her, like a very tight bond where you would do a lot, like above and beyond for her. And it feels as though she would worked into later into her life. She was still working to sort of get by and make ends meet, and that you were a big part in helping her have that stability. And it feels as though she liked to dress nice and have fun with her hair and makeup, and she liked to be social when she could. Is this resonating for you as your mom?
Let us know in the comments, Chris, if
Yeah,
this person that's coming through for you
yeah.
resonates with the personality of your mother. She's saying sort of.
Florida. Okay. Let me see. Um, she's giving me the impression that she could be a bit like dry or cynical with the way that she would have her humor, as though it was kind of, and she's showing me like a martini and like with the olive in it, and as though she had a little bit of this like cynical, sarcastic kind of humor to her. Um, and it feels as though she's giving me the impression that she was very indecisive in life. It was like she could never decide on one thing. She was always like wishy-washy or like in the middle when it came to things, and people would get frustrated, like they wanted her to just make up her mind or pick the thing, but she was always going back and forth, like almost like everything was gray. It was never black or white with her. Does that resonate? Before I don't want to bring forward a message if this isn't your mom.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it could be other loved ones, right, that are coming through or their
Oh
ancestors.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of times when I do mediumship readings for people, sometimes either the one that really needs to come through with the message will come forward, or just the ones who were very like pushy in life will kind of push their way forward first. So I had that last night. I was doing a reading for someone, and this one person was just like front of the line. Everyone else move.
She says that she had a dry sense of humor, but not the rest. So maybe it's not the person. Doesn't feel.
It might not be. Let me just see if I can get a little bit more for you. And I could always still pull a card for you with this. She's given me the impression that in life, people looked to her for like her wisdom and her knowledge on things. It was almost as though she knew a lot about different things and she had a lot to offer people. So people would come to her for guidance. It was as though she was very wise with certain things, and people would go to her when they needed some advice or some direction. She would offer that to people. Um, and she's showing me you as a child, as like a baby with the bib on and eating. And she was saying that you would always like make a mess with your food and it would be all over the place. That it was always like an event when it was time to feed you, like in the high chair, is what she's giving me. But that it was like a fun thing. She's giving me the impression that there might be pictures of this somewhere. Is this resonating with you? In the meantime, I'm just going to shuffle and pull a card for you regardless so that you do get some sort of. What's interesting is that what I'm getting from this woman for you in terms of a message is to make sure that right now you are there. She's telling me that you are actually very, very intellectual, like to the point where you might be like gifted, like intellectually gifted, and that she wants you to make sure that you're not taking on too much right now, and that you're not being burdened by everything as though you might be spreading yourself too thin. She wants you to know that it's okay to like delegate responsibilities to other people right now and take the weight off of your shoulders, because she's given me the impression that you have a lot weighing on you right now, and she doesn't want that to affect you and impact you in such a negative way, but that she's speaking of your intelligence and like the way that you have a leadership way about you, like this leadership role, and that she doesn't want you to take on too much or feel as though you're buried by so many responsibilities and so much weight on you. So does that? I hope that message resonates for you with what she's saying.
She says that she probably like what you described about her being a messy baby. She says
Right?
that it probably is true. That resonates for her. Yes.
Okay.
So okay,
Okay.
good, good.
Yeah. I'm glad.
That's beautiful. Yeah, sometimes also I want to ask you this because I've noticed this when I've gotten mediumship readings, and I'd love
Mhm.
to ask you this question as a medium.
Yeah.
I've noticed that whenever I've gotten these readings, like the way that they describe themselves is not necessarily the way that sometimes we perceive them in life. Like they describe themselves as like they like okay, this is who I was, and they try to let us know who they are, but sometimes the way they perceive themselves was different to the way that we perceive them. Is that something that happens?
Yeah, that does happen sometimes. Because even on the other side, like, there's still that part of them that, was here. So sometimes they have that view of themselves that doesn't always line up with how, we knew them as. So that does happen sometimes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes too, they'll give impressions of themselves that, you know, it doesn't always like line up completely, but to them, that's how they were to them in their mind.
Right, in their
So,
mind.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
That's what I was feeling
yeah.
like, because I've noticed that. I was like, "Oh, okay." But one thing that I would say, Chris, even though this was something you maybe you didn't perceive her in this way, it's also a way of her, like the way that I've realized whenever I get mediumship readings from loved ones, it's also a way for them to let you know them more. Like it's almost like them describing themselves this way. It's like, oh, this is an aspect of me that I perceived about myself, so that you can, I want to share this with you so that you can know me better.
Yeah.
I hope that makes sense what I just said. But
Yeah.
so that's the perspective I see whenever they share these things. It's like, this is also me. Like this is also part of me. Like, I want you to know this about me, type thing.
Yeah.
So, and then
Very
Betsy says, love that you got to hear from your mom, Chris.
true.
And okay, so I know that I said one more, and I'm trying to find the person that was asking a question here. Um, Tiffany, was it Tiffany?
Chris,
What?
that's, oh, I'm sorry. I was just
Oh,
commenting.
okay, no, it's a
Yeah.
Chris says I can see that it almost sounds more like me.
It's funny. She just came forward and she winked. So I think she was trying to kind of get you to see yourself. Do you know what I mean? And know that she sees you for who you are and appreciates that is what I'm feeling. Yeah.
That is so powerful. I love mediumship readings. They're amazing.
Too. Yeah, they're fun.
And and not only that, it's very healing as well. Like to receive messages, sometimes we need that message
Mm,
from a loved one, and it's just so healing. It's just
yeah,
I know for me, it's been very cathartic to receive messages from my loved ones.
absolutely.
So yeah, so
Absolutely.
oh, look at that. She says, "Love you, mom." Oh, that's
Aw.
beautiful.
That's sweet.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, okay. So I know we said one more, and that's it, y'all. I think the lucky person of the draw is gonna be Tiffany Gunn. Let me know in the comments, Tiffany, if you're still here, because I know some people are coming in and out, and I want to make sure that we're doing a reading for you and that you're actually here. This is a lucky draw that I did, y'all, just because, there's so many. I have to figure out a way to do a Q&A thing on this thing. We'll see if that's something
Mm,
available later. I don't know. But
yeah.
Tiffany Gone says, I would love a reading on moving forward and out of my current situation. So, Tiffany, let us know in the comments if you're still here. You're the lucky one with the last message for of the day. So, and if you're still here, let us know in the comments.
I
And in
love
the
how many
meantime,
people showed up. It's so great.
yeah, so many people
Thank
showed
you.
up, and yeah, and then if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you're new to this channel, please subscribe. I am here every Thursday. I'm either by myself or I have someone like Dawn come in, and if you want to connect with Dawn, actually, I'm going to put a banner here just because I feel like what is your website? It's www.healbydawn, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Healbydawn.com.
.com. Yeah.
Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna share here. This is Dawn's website. So if you want to connect with her right now, we don't have we don't have access yet to the Evolve Me, and I know I've been talking about Evolve Me, but in the meantime, y'all, you can come, you can connect with Heal by with Dawn by at www.healbydawn.com. And then she's also an author, so if you're interested in learning tarot, she's going to be teaching tarot at Evolve Me, and I know I'm going to be one of those. I'm going to be one of the students. So if you want to join
I
me,
can't wait.
if you want to join me, and then also she is the author of this wonderful book, The Complete Guide to Tarot, and it's amazing. This is like so easy. It's easy to read. It's so beautiful. I love the illustrations on it. They're very modern,
Thank
a very beautiful modern take of the tarot.
Yeah.
So definitely do check it out, and then of course if you want to connect with her directly, you can go to her website. And if you want to connect with me directly, you can also go to my website, and which is the bloominglotushealing.com. And again, we're here to support you in whichever way, shape, or form that you need. And so we're going to go ahead. Betsy says, so glad I joined today. I learned so much. Thank you. Oh, I'm so happy. That is so good.
Yay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, we're going to do one last reading, y'all. I'm going to get, and then that was, sorry, I kind of like went back and forth, y'all. But Tiffany Gone, I would love a reading on moving forward and out of my current situation.
Okay. Is Tiffany here? Are we doing Tiffany's?
Okay, Tiffany, you're still here, my love? I think she's probably out. Okay.
Okay.
So if you're not here, what we're gonna do is that we're going to no, she didn't mention, so she probably is actually not here, which is fine. That's perfectly fine. Mary says thank you. T Lee, she's giving a heart. And then, and Betsy's saying she's so happy. So that's good. So,
Yeah.
well, so I guess that's it, because I don't think that Tiffany, I think she left. She probably had to go, because people come in and out. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I know it's kind of hard to get everyone, but listen,
Yeah.
you can come back. Next Thursday. I'm here live at noon next Thursday, and also every Monday at if you want to get readings and healings with me, you can do it. I'm also live every Monday on Instagram as well, so you can go onto the Bloomy Lotus Healing and go there as well. And then again, if you want to connect to Dawn, please reach out to her at healbydawn.com, and she will support you in whatever it is that you need. She does the readings, she does tarot readings, she does mediumship, as you saw, she does healing, powerful healings, and so is there anything else you want to share before we go, Dawn?
I'm just so thankful to you for this. This has been so fun, so great. And I'm really thankful to everybody who joined for this and who participated. Like, I really appreciate it. I had a really, really great time. So thank you, everybody. And thank you, Jikara. Jikara is an amazing healer too. So I had the amazing opportunity to experience what she does. And it's just so transformative. So thank you. And thank you for having me. Like, this has been the best time. So thank you.
Yeah, we had so much fun. This has been such a joyful experience, and I'm just grateful to be here. And I just, I'm so excited to grow this. And if you feel like you want to share the love, make sure you share this channel with others. Invite people to join, and or even watch. I'm gonna try to have things that are some sort of learning at the beginning, so that you have something that's valuable for you that you can take for yourself and moving forward. And Cynthia says, thank you, so beautiful, excellent reading. I fully understand the other readings helped me too, Cynthia. Oh, that's beautiful. And then Betsy's just sending all of her beautiful green energy over here.
I love it.
So love it. Yeah. So thank you so much, y'all. I'm so grateful for all of you. And I'll see you next Thursday. If you are a YouTuber, if you're only into YouTube, then I'll see you next Thursday. If you're into Instagram, then I'll see you on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Okay? Love y'all. Mwah.
Bye.